Hello there, and welcome back to episode 6 of Oil Fangs. Well, where are we today? I really hope that migrants will hit town today. I don't know. Maybe it'll take another episode, though. I see a high likelihood that this might be the case. We're going to dig deep today because I have thought about expanding the glorious little apartment tower that we started building last episode, but I realized that, well, I'm running out of timber already, so we're probably not going to get much done anyways. So instead, we are going to try and breach deeper than ever before, because reaching the magma layer is one of my goals, so let's keep hacking, right? So we're going to go downstairs 10 levels here and see what we're going to find. I also need to set up a new mission to dig out more hematite one day soon, but one thing at a time. So metal crafters and grey langers are fighting. Yeah, well, we have people injured down here, but that's mostly due to the traders trying to leave town, I guess. Sort of. Anyways, we got a kind of a hospital here. You know, a little corner where a little cuddle can be brought back together. Or so I hope. These monkeys, though, are quite obnoxious. So I'm worried about the fact that we might not have a bucket for feeding this guy water. But at the end of the day, we'll see about that. Frickin' Langer is not going down. Solon, you are spear dwarf, aren't you? Yeah, good job. Able to pike down this thing. Good. I love when my visitors are doing things like these. So, it looks as if the traders are constantly running away from the Langers. That's what's happening. That's why the fighting is happening too. Anyways, we are going to relocate things. Oh boy. I really hope that they're going to carry stuff upstairs soon. I don't want the monkeys to touch my metal bars here. That would be really sad. But luckily there's only one monkey left. And I'm positive that this will be not able to take the entire haul of our previous trades. So, I thought a little bit about things between this and the last episode, and I realized that we need something to do with all that chert. This is really something that I realized. This entire place has way too many boulders, and we need to get rid of them. It's one way or another. So we can't floor the entire place with chert, so we need to do other things. Izum Bannerlords also had a injury. I bet that was another monkey-related incident. Yeah, well. Let's see. My production jobs here. Some gear has been crafted, so we would be able to set up some fighters, but it doesn't really matter much if we don't have anything to kit them out with, or not enough people. We don't have any people to kit out with the gear that we got, so goes the sentence. So there's a granite layer and another fillet layer. So we're going downstairs 10 more levels. Oh, priorities. Let's change that. Because I'm very, very curious, of course. Red Spinel. Alright. Nice. Or however you pronounce that in English. Probably different. That was a very German pronunciation. Marble. Marble? That gives me a hint that we're far from done here descending. Wait a sec. We have a magma marble layer? Huh. You know, the stuff in this game does not stop fascinating me. Anyways, we have that layer. then we are going to scout the granite layer. I mean, at the end of the day, we might end up lucky and find some iron-bearing ore somewhere else. Don't think that we're going to be that lucky though, but who knows, who knows. I, for myself, am enjoying that extra gemstone here. So did I mess up something here? No. Is there still digging jobs below? But no. It's just semi-molten rock below, I guess, and that's why the game nopes out this order. Okay. Where's my exploration? There's my exploration. So that can go. Green zircon. Hell yeah. So far, this granite layer at least provides some really tasty gemstone. Our god of jewels is pleased. Very much so. Alright, so I see the possibility of a really nice minecart network that will allow our folks to just roll the stuff upstairs. Pitch blender. This is uranium-bearing rock as far as I remember my studies of geology before I started playing Dwarf Fortress. There we go. So far, it doesn't seem, though, as if we'd be finding much besides cool gemstone and radioactive rock that doesn't have any game technical impact. I think I do vaguely remember that pitch blende was one of the most heavy rocks out there. I think this was one of its innate qualities. I think that's it. I think there's not much more to this stuff. And this also sums up what's up to this layer of this fort. Dang, that's sad. Still want to dig out some of those boulders, because I want to know how heavy they are. There we go. So 760 Eurists versus 260 Eurists. So yeah, my memory served me right. This is one heck of a heavy rock. Maybe we make some use of that, because this game's coded like this. When you fall down, the damage of the collision is determined by the weight of what you're falling onto. That's strange, yeah. But basically, the heavier the floor you are smacking onto, the more damage you get inflicted. So this stuff is actually brilliant for this purpose. It's the best trapdoor floor that we can get. So I think we need cage traps. I usually shy away from using cage traps. I usually am one of those people who feel like cage traps are lame. But in this scenario, I think we're going to do some science with the uranium-bearing rock that we got, and we're going to make a experiment. You know, science lives off of experiments. So the idea is very simple. I feel like flooring one room with pitch blende and flooring another room with a lighter rock, and then we toss two people downstairs and see who's limping harder afterwards. Science, like I said. So, but I think the amount of boulders that we excavated is more than enough for this little pet project here. So, let's go deeper and examine that second phyllite layer. I think that stuff is just exactly the same as the previous phyllite layer, but little do I know. We need to check. So, I also feel like I want to have at least one mining person more. I don't have the personnel right now. Yeah. 19 dwarfs are just not enough. That's one of the reasons why I went for exploration today. I need to stop all those megalomaniac building projects. It is no good. I can't fulfill them right now. And I didn't feel like conceptualizing a workshop design today, so I felt like we need to find those that magma ocean anyways, right? So far, we're finding pretty much nothing we didn't find before, but that's not unusual. It's pretty typical that when you go for a layer that has the same stone, it doesn't matter if it's elevation 13, 30, 40. Usually the composition of the materials is determined by the stone. Usually. This game has so many fringe cases and special rules and whatnot that it's very easy to get lost in it. Alright. We managed to hit Aquiferous Rock. Didn't I do so previously too? Sort of. Yeah, look at that. The phyllite layer here is broken up by other stuff, but it does follow the same-ish rules, so to speak. Nice. Not the aquifer, but the amount of red gemstone that I dig out here. Gonna make some nice windows. All right. But this finishes up this floor. And winter has come. All right. So we're going to dig out into the marble layer. And pray to Armok that it won't kill us. I'll just do the straight up this one. Because we are as low as dwarfs can go. There's a high likelihood that something will impede our digging process. We'll see about that. But, I mean, what makes me seriously happy is that we found marble. How cool is that? It's one of my favorite building stones because almost no stone in the game retains such a nice white color when you're building with it. Most of them turn into some gray, and then it's different shades of blue, basically, in the gray. And this stuff here, I love it for the fact that it is just white, always. Alright, so, yeah, but just like I feared, we struck that layer. So we're now going for some safety probing. That means we're going to go right here and dig downstairs and see where this will lead us. Making sure that if we strike magma, it doesn't immediately kill us. It doesn't flood our mine. Alright. Very curious to see. So we have another case of skipping tier 3 caverns. It's not the first time. Alright, warm stone located. And here they don't dare to go deeper. And this is why we didn't just dig forward on this layer. Life-saving decisions on both ends. Oh boy, it would have went so bad. I mean, it would have been only a small portion of the shaft being flooded. In all honesty, it would have been not such a big catastrophe. But still, it's always nice to see that you still got your dwarf senses tingling at the right moments. Okay, so we're flooring that, so nothing can creep in. And yeah, good news. We have our magma workshops. Boom, just like that. So we can go right. So we ideally go somewhere here. Flood someplace with magma, obsidianize it off, and be happy jurists. So up here we see also a pretty accessible pillar. Nice. I like that because it's pretty close to my center of operations. Let's see if we can find something better though. We'll see about that. But first, yeah, let's do this. I really want to make my Magma workshop basement right away, and I think I already got it. Heck, why not? Let's do this. So this is probably the easiest way of doing it. We're going to go here for a nice phyllite wall construction. Leave one open spot so we can configure it later. And then going to check out more of this place here. There we go. So, we want to obsidianize this tile later. So, we want a chamber filled with water here. Ready to fall down on this spot. So we need a little bit of a more exotic construction for that. Okay. Let's see if this is workable this way. Yes, but, well, we can't control it this way, so we need to do it like this. All right. Okay, so if you don't understand what's going on here, let me explain real quick. So I want to flood this chamber with magma, and I want to seal off the breaching point after we're done with a gush of water. So it will instantaneously transform this part that I opened into obsidian, which will then seal the chamber. Religious fanatics would say that we're still breaking the laws of the gods, but you know, well, gods, schmods. What's better? Being eaten by some fiery creature from the bellows of the earth and trying to calm it down with prayers to Id, the god of the of jewels, or making sure that these creatures just don't make it there. So we need a hatch cover. I'm not good at religious discussions, never been. But we're not breaking rules. We're not moving the magma away from this level. But I love to think about, roleplay-wise, if this is already angering the people here, the hardliners. Because I made up the idea that this whole ordeal comes up because religious people say so. You know, if you need to make up a rule for any of your stories, just say, religious people said so. And surprisingly enough, you will be almost always right about what you're saying. It will be believable because religious people said so. It's amazing. All right, I'm getting sidetracked here. We're making up a lever that we're going to link to this floor hatch here, and it is about time that we consider our mechanism rock. When you start working with magma, you should do that. So we can go here. I think we can go with the chert. Yeah. So I personally love to have chert. It's a abundant magma safe rock that you can just use, and you'll not miss it too much on other occasions. So chert mechanisms all the way it is. I need to assign some hotkeys, don't I? I mean, we don't have any hotkeys so far. So I think Crossroads Tower deserves a hotkey, definitely. And the Magma Workshop to be also. So let's Let's start somewhere, shall we? This is going to be our Magma workshop to be. So F3 we do. F2, F1, F3. Nice. Good. So now we can construct a wall in front of that. Just use whatever we got. Trees? No trees. Shoot. I really hope that we're going to get some trees soon. And my merchant's bugged. Gosh, no. So, merchant, fix stuck merchants. Loop-de-doo, off you go. I hope it'll hurt. It help. A group of citizens is stranded. Oh. Sometimes I want to punch my dwarves. This is one of those moments. Like, seriously. We need to do it from that direction. Ugh. Alright, tell you what, since you guys are not working with all your brain cells because you're constantly inebriated, we're going to make it like this. Alright, you beat me to it. A door it's going to be. Fine, fine. Whatever. So, we are going to go and now sign a pond here. Tell them to pour water. So this will now make it happen that people will bring a bucket and try to pour water into the hole. Eventually that hole will be filled with water. And then we can... Oh, I forgot about that. You see, it was... that dwarf was trying to remind me of my obvious mistakes. And then, after this has been linked and filled with water, we're just going to open up that thing and make sure that there is going to be the obsidianization happening. If it still doesn't make any sense to you, don't worry. Once you see it in action, it will. Some of these things confused the hell out of me when I was new to this game. I was not able to understand why things worked the way they did work most of the time. Which is quite fascinating because usually I'm pretty good at understanding things. So we're going to make this Magma workshop shaped like the cellar below. Go. And that'll give us an endless heat source eventually. And yep, they're getting it done. Stagnant water, 2 of 7. Once it reaches 3 of 7, we're where we want to be. And then we can pretty much already get this party started. Nice. I really gotta say, I am happy to see how fast we're getting our jobs done. Alright, so we're going to wall in this little beauty here, just in case that something odd happens. Oops, wrong buttoninos. Checkmark this. So we're gonna be able to remove all that wallery there. But I just want to make sure that the water will hit the right spot. Yeah, 4 of 7. Wonderful. Bucket Brigade going strong. Nice. So friends, we're going to make it. We're going to get ourselves a Magma workshop up and running in this very episode. Hell yeah. Dang, we're fast. Love it. So the last thing that we're going to require to do is yet another door, because we already know that our dwarfish friends otherwise will lock themselves into that magma chamber. Been there, done that. But this is a very, very important door. We can't skip that one. So immediately forbid opening that ever again, because it's going to be sizzling doom. And then we are going to punch a hole into the wall there. So tunneling does destroy the wall below as well. We've already used this aplenty on the tower construction, but here we now use it to power our Magma workshop. And once we're done with that, we're just going to open the hatch, obsidianize that one, and we're good to go. And this trick, well, thanks to the good old comment section again, you see. That whole obsidianization stick is really, really good. I really love this method. I can't overemphasize it, how good I find this. Now, the magma ocean is wide and vast and does refill, but we would anger the gods if we would take it away from this layer. I really like this kind of house rule, because it does make sense in a roleplay way, and it does make it a lot more enticing to work with magma, because the basic game, you could just slam a couple of iron mine carts down here, submerge them into magma, drain this chamber afterwards, and then you can carry the magma inside the mine carts wherever you want it. Empty the mine carts somewhere else, and boom, instant magma workshop wherever you want. It's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. Carrying around a full mine cart filled with magma. It's just, you know, very immersion breaking. Gameplay mechanics don't feel bothered by it, but my immersion feeling is. That's why we're doing it this way. Took me a year just to come up with a cool idea. Why not to make super easy magma workshops? So, it's almost full. I want to wait until it's all hit up to the 7 before I do the obsidianization. So, that brings me to the point that we can stop wasting our precious wood to make charcoal. We don't need that anymore. Well, that's not true. We need it still for steel. I am wrong, and I am taking this back. You need a carbon source for steel, and that's where you need the charcoal still. Let's make some, but we're going to keep it on the lower end now. All right, this is making me so happy. We're getting this done so early before the big immigration wave, but this means that we're going to be able to get ourselves some really good gear when the time is right. Season 1 failed to my naivety towards this world at war. Season 2 won't. We're also going to build a better and bigger hospital soon. I mean, where creature invasions can't happen on this population count, so we are, as a matter of fact, safe game term wise, but we should be better prepared. If we have seen anything from Equal Board, then it was this. Can you guys now please finally fill this chamber? The last few blips are always the worst. So I think I want to go dig in here. I mean, this is a perfect pillar. Look at that. Wow. It's amazing. So if this place has any gemstone, we're going to find it now. If not, I'm procuring finest marble. There we go. So, yes, you see that, right? I'm hollowing out the entire pillar here. I want that thing being exploited. There we go. Just gotta make sure that you don't accidentally cut into the corners of this whole thing and flood this layer. That would be a tragic loss of marble. There we go. But it doesn't look at all like we would be seeing any gemstone whatsoever there. That's pretty shocking to me. So there's still some meandering here. A few blank spots keep wandering here. That's how, by the way, this is how intense the fluid mechanics of this game are simulated. You see that it does, that this little bubble here is traversing through the chamber. Before it is gone, it's able to traverse all the way through the screen. I like to do things like these as they help me also to understand better how fluid mechanics in this game work. How closely they are simulated is amazing me to no end. Alright, last step. Eurus pulls the lever. Sloosh. There we go. instantaneously, we have no more problems whatsoever of any underworld dwellers trying to enter our Magma workshop. And now all we need to do is just punch a hole where we need the workshops. I love this. This is just so satisfying, you know? Alright. Cool. So, my friends, this ends today's episode. Our metal workshop now needs to be relocated, obviously, but that is a different day's story. We're keeping the wood furnace, but we're dismantling all those nasties here, and we're getting started working here in the next episode. Though, thanks for watching, everybody. Feel free to drop me your comments, leave a like, leave a subscribe, consider checking out the description box down below if you want more Dwarf Fortress stuff, you'll find it there. You can also support the channel financially with the links given down there, and take my humble thanks if you do so. And of course, also take my thanks for being around here with my series. I really appreciate you folks, and I hope you had a good time, and see you all on the next episode when we're firing up that beauty and putting it to some good use. See you there.